Hello, this presentation is entitled Housing Challenges in a Time of Crisis, the case where the social distance between newly coming groups and the native population has also increased, thus raising the potential for lower levels of integration, greater economic marginalization. This has increased the likelihood of higher levels of spatial segregation, housing segmentation at the regional scale of metropolitan areas. The number and type of immigrants accepted by country, as well as immigrant settlement patterns within the receiving country, are affected by a variety of factors related to the social context of that country, as well as the nature of immigration policy, attitudes towards immigrants, economic diversity. Spatial segregation and housing segmentations are key issues because of their close link to social distance. The smaller the social distance between individuals, the greater the likelihood that they will live in close proximity to each other. Also, the closer these people live to each other, the greater the potential for more social interaction and less social distance. Therefore, physical and social distance tend to be mutually reinforcing, with the result that spatial segregation is both a measure of and an influence on distance. So, which are some of the mechanisms of exclusion? They are addressed as deportation, detention, and dispersal. Deportation is an explicit form of physical exclusion from the territory of the state. Detention is both enclosure within a camp or prison and exclusion from the receiving society. And dispersal, perhaps counterintuitively, is a form of exclusion, one that at the moment applies to others. Such a one is the Cofino Reception Center, which is organized as mostly as a concentration camp rather than a neighborhood. This is an aerial photo of what the camp looks like with prefab structures. One of the interior campus. Such is the case of the proposed settlement, which we're going to showcase as an example to remediate this situation. It's called Spatial Manifestations and Social Segregation of Transit Populations. It bases the master planning effort on the concept of an urban village. The periphery of this settlement may be secured without presenting an overly hostile facade to an adjacent community, rather than placing the settlement in the middle of nowhere. Therein, transient populations are housed and they're only allowed to work on agricultural activities, face a curfew from dusk till dawn during those times, but also throughout the day, supported to maintain socioeconomic connections to the adjacent community and the environment. This is a master plan of the proposal. It is shown next to rural bus connections that take these people to agricultural activities during the working days. They can then return to the settlement, which is placed next to a mature community. To facilitate this purpose, the proposal suggests the use of gray zones that are characterized as being controlled spaces where the resident population may come into contact with people from the local community. The spaces are located in the periphery and include service-oriented uses and light commercial areas, as well as instructional and leisure programs. The residential component is designed to assure both freedom of movement and socialization of the residents in a variety of settings, but also to assure safety to members of this diverse population, such as families, single females, and these are different plans that show the structure based on modular prefabricated units, but this time arranged in the form of a village, the enclosure of which is secured in a controlled environment to allow for curfews, but hopefully if in the future circumstances change, this can be quickly removed, and this settlement becomes an integrated part and a productive part of the existing community adjacent to the center. This is a perspective view of what the center would look like. You can note the modular prefabricated structure, which allows for quick erection of the settlement at a fraction of the cost. Also, you can see how the buildings ensure the curfew situation for this settlement throughout the night, but also how components in these so-called gray zones may accommodate interaction between the existing community and the residents. Thank you for your attention.